Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whichever area of your chart you're wanting to look at. And as you've heard me say before, there is a link down in the description if you need to get yourself a free birth chart. Being a general reading, all the general reading rules apply, timing's not absolute. Other people, if they show up in the reading, may get confused with you because I'm seeing energies and actions and not necessarily who's doing them. It's a rare occurrence, but it does happen. Timing is far from absolute. This is being filmed for December 2020. The reading's useful for whenever you're led to it. And even then, it may or may not be for you. The way to tell, there's a past and a present in this spread. And if the past and the present do not fit, don't try and make it fit. Go and watch your rising sign. Go and watch your moon sign. Because obviously I'm not going to be reading for the entirety of all Leos on the planet. But with my viewing figures, I needn't worry about that. But yeah, if all the Leos on the planet want to watch my channel, ace. So what I would like you to do is ask a question prior to me transferring to the cards, which I've already dealt. And you should be seeing a video up there now, probably, of me shuffling. So take a moment, think about all of the questions that are around you at the moment and focus on one of them. However, be aware of all of them because the cards will answer what they please and not necessarily what you and I think are the most important. But the focus gives energy to the process, which hopefully I then return to you. And if I don't, the universe will somehow. Now, as I was saying that this is for 2020, if you are watching this sort of on time, then we're just coming off the back of a lunar eclipse, and in a week and a half we have a total solar eclipse. So that lunar eclipse energies are with us for about 3 months. That solar eclipse energies, those even, will be with us for about 6 months. To say the least, because a change is a change, and if it takes effect, it stays there. But there is links down below to your zodiac sign lunar eclipse reading. Well, actually it's to the lunar eclipse playlist, but you'll be able to find your reading from there. There is also a collective reading in that playlist, which was quite fascinating. And also a show I did with astrologer David Fischer talking about the astrology of the lunar eclipse, and fingers crossed we'll be doing the same for the total eclipse. That's all of my housekeeping I think I can think of, and I get distracted by the post one. So yes, the other thing is, one more thing, there is a link down there for the Facebook page for this channel, where I post these videos when Facebook lets me, and also the astrology weather report type videos of, you know, what's in the week ahead, what's in the month ahead. So I try to make it a little bit of a one-stop shop. And there's also, it's got its own inbox. So if you're wanting to contact me directly for a personal reading, that's the way to do it. Right. That is definitely all my housekeeping done. Let's bring the cards up. So the first thing I want to draw your attention to is the what the oracle cards are all saying, because there is a glaring message out of them. I will show you here. We have the individuality card out of the wisdom of the house of night. Right. So it's just very slightly off camera. Move that in a bit. We have Lilith with equality, but as you remember, Lilith was very much her own being. We have the angel of being. My soul rests in the truth that my being is eternal. We have Arthur, who in the mausolea, Arthur is, to a certain extent, always in search of himself. Now, where have I put the book? Because I'm still learning the mausolea. So yes, I hold my hand up. I sometimes read the oracle card books before I actually start filming, just to make sure I know what I'm talking about, and to see if the reading, that the way I'm interpreting them, whether it backs up what the book says or not. I will say that normally I will go with whatever I feel and not necessarily what the book says, but this is it, Mausolea. Right. The memory of an ancient and godly king, Arthur seeks to restore himself to himself, that he might put himself against evil, and aid all those who are lost who do not know themselves. He accomplishes this by testing himself against his enemies, and only in his darkest hour does he relearn his true self, which, the way that's put forward, sounds like this is an eternal thing going on. He's constantly relearning his old self. I don't need to read any more of that, because there is an overwhelming urge here for you to be you. Lilith turned around and said, no, I will not submit. I am an equal. The individuality card from Wisdom of the House of Night, and I never read the book, so these I do tend to look up. Choosing her symbol, meaning this card, is important because it reminds you to reflect on your unique qualities. It also reminds you not to compare yourself with others, which is a futile exercise because no one's the same. If you're compromising yourself to fit in, don't. People will love you for who they are, not who you're trying to be, and blah, blah, blah. So there really is this urge for you to be you, to the very best of your ability. And you may feel that that's easier said than done. And I'm assuming this because I'm thinking back to the various Leo readings, and over the past few months, Leo, it doesn't sound like it's been much of a fun time, although I think you did have one good reading. And here we have Schlegiel, the Angel of Snow. Now, Schlegiel's gift is to go through the barren, cold, damp, miserable, wet, cold, snow-covered wastes and sing and dance and love it there and enjoy, bringing joy to even the most barren of circumstances. And so I think that is a cause for you to sing and dance being you and hone the work that you have already done, because there's a choice time coming up for you, map maker of destiny. Now, this is saying that when you're born, there's a map that's set out in front of you, a bit like a choose your own adventure book, but it's up to you which route you take through this map. You know, do you choose to go left, or do you choose to go right? Do you choose to go to college, or do you choose to go into the workforce? Do you choose to get married, or do you choose to run for the hills screaming? You know, there's all of these different choices all along the way. But there is various destinies dotted around this map, and you get to choose one of them, because destiny is something that you create as much as it is fated for you. But what this card represents the idea of is that you are fated to have an option of multiple destinies, and you choose which one that you go for. With Archangel Amiel guides you into the unknown, into the new place, into new territory. And I'm assuming this new territory is you turning around to the world and basically going, this is me. Or more to the point, this is the new me. We've got the Inventor card here, which is the Hermit. And this is just touching the present line through this reading. That's why I'm moving my hand like this. There's a line that represents the present. And this is showing me that you have done the work. All that's left now is polishing off rough edges, you know, just the odd bit of, this is who I want to be. How am I quite going to do this? And so you're going through what Hariel here offers, which is a time of purification. So you've done the work, you've gone inside. You may have been feeling still feeling quite protective and defensive about it, because we've got 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Leviathans here. Now, wasn't there a 7 of Wands, 7 of Engines as well? But remember, the 7 of Engines or 7 of Wands is not just being defensive. It can also be a meeting with your peers. So I believe that there's been the influence of some people around you. It's not that you're trying to be them. It's that you can stand back and go, they are really good at being them. I'm going to follow their example and be really good at being me. In whatever way, shape or form that may take. Because this is, 7 of Staves with that 7 of Engines here. But the 7 of Engines, it really feels like there's a wide open space that you're wanting to sort out, that you're wanting to delve through, that you know that is yours. This 7 of Staves, which is clarifying the Hermit, is you're getting to that level of having sorted everything out, having tidied everything up, having identified that what you want to use and to go forward with, and that what you want to cast to one side, which is what this Page of Swords is telling me. And it's also telling me that information has come through to help you go, yes. That's how I know I'm on the right track, because you are. There's certain dreams that you are still in the process of giving up here. But let me see, that would be 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. This healing process is still going on. But this 4 of Swords tells me that you have support in that. Tells me that there is, whether it's spirit or whether it's a really good friend, there is someone who is standing by you. I suppose it could be you standing by yourself, but there is someone standing by you in spirit or in body that's helping you conclude this search for your inner light, this search of how to express your being, your I really do feel that there is it is you finally free to be you, because there's certain things that you've cast to one side. There may well have been certain people or situations you've already walked away from, or that you're in the process of disentangling. Yeah, because it may be a slow process. Knight of Coins here, but with the Moon card here, I feel like it's gaining power, and you're linking into aspects of yourself that have only recently become apparent to you. You know, it's almost like everything was turned on its head, and all of a sudden there was, how do I just, Ace of Swords with the Hangman, all of a sudden there's a really confusing clarity. Right, so for there to be a confusing clarity, then there's a worldview that you have. Then there's these facts that are pretty obviously true, but contradict the worldview that you have. So you are called to reassess that worldview, and you notice that there was numerous options of how you're going to do this, and it has been taking you to a better place by doing this work and seeing where you've been lied to, or you've been lying to yourself, or where there's one view of the world that's made you go, yeah, but it's no good walking around thinking zebras don't exist when there's a zebra in the corner of the room staring at me and it won't stop. You know, there's I'll say it that way, and I'm not touching on anybody's personal business, because I'm sure we all have zebras in the living room. I mean, look at my t-shirt. You know, apart from I like to think of this as my Aquarius t-shirt. There's yeah, we all have our own in-house zebra. So that zebra has gone, I'm here, I'm proud, and I'm here. You cannot deny me, I am real. And it's left you to go, okay. So something about the way I was looking at the world, you know, was not entirely accurate, or not entirely well informed enough, I think. And that's the, but I do feel that what you are informing yourself about right now is you. Because we also have, and I haven't even, there's the options, right? Because you have numerous options about how to progress forward. But although you may feel that the progress is slow with that Knight of Coins there, it's actually a lot faster. We've got the Chariot and the Ace of Wands, two very fast cards, two very forward. This journey has already started. You ain't getting off of this train. You know, you've already set foot on it. It's up to you about how you deal with that. But, I mean, almost, I'm pretty much tempted to say, let your freak flag fly. I said it right this time. I normally stumble over that phrase. But we also have here from the Dark Mirror Oracle, Queen of My World, which I don't think that that's another person that you're suddenly going all googly for. It's you suddenly noticing where you have power in your world and how to use it. And again, it's all due to that point of you being you and making that effort to not abide by other people's rules, you know, should haves, could haves, other people's statements just for the sake of a quiet life, or just for the sake of their way must be more valid than mine. No, your way is valid. Because we're going into a time with the Explorers. Now, this is the Lovers card, but I love the idea that it's Explorers with the Seven of Cups again, and that's what this Seven of Submersibles represents. So Seven of Cups, you've got plenty of ways of going forward, and you need to go forward into the unknown, because after all, we have Amiel here protecting you while you go into the unknown. I've also got my trump card of the Six of Stars. It's going to that better place that was promised not so long ago with this Six of Swords, but actually seeing sign of it now, seeing it on the horizon, where then you get down to the nitty-gritty of this business. Because first you've been practicing being you, and pretty soon you're going to be, yes, pretty soon you're going to be going into a time of using being you to accomplish a new goal, a new dream. Lady of Submersibles is the Queen of Cups. So there's, whereas I always think the Queen of Cups, well, I don't always think it, but when I'm getting the positive vibes from the Queen of Cups, she's there with her, say in the Rider-Waite or a couple of other decks, she's there with her, sat on a throne with her cup, running her fingers along it, because there's deep mysteries in that cup. It's whatever your dream has an added bonus to it that maybe you don't know. If it's a dream being presented to you, then again, that person may or may not know, which is why I also can get that manipulative vibe from the Queen of Cups. But here, she's alone under the water, exploring. This is clarified by the Magician, and pretty obviously another Magician on the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords can be very much a card about transformation, but paired with the Magician here, it's almost like you're turning things around. You're bringing an end to something that has been painful, But I also want to say that whatever that painful experience was, it's given you some wonderful tools, because that's what this particular magician is using to a desired effect. So with this magician card, there is, you're being given a new dream, or you are coming up with a new dream, creating a new dream, which will go well for you. But you're also, the painful time has given you the tools to be able to pursue this new dream. Now, underneath that, I do believe that, oh, okay, you are being nurtured. You may be nurturing, and you might be nurturing yourself, but with this Lady of Vengeance, Queen of Pentacles, I'm rather feeling that you are being nurtured as well. There's we have the Master of Moons here, who is somewhere, who looks like he's about to feed his Pope's hat to a load of rats, lemurs. I think they're lemurs. And the Five of Staves. Now, I love this Five of Staves in the Chinese tarot, because it's not just the debate, the argument. Oh, I want to go debate with this card. It's the using the debate to come to a conclusion. There is a, you probably might not be able to see it, but there is a open scroll or a board they're going to write on. They are, yeah, they're arguing about things, but they're coming to an agreement. There will be an end product to this discussion, which gives you a whole new dream. This is the Ace of Submersibles, or basically the Ace of Cups, and it's some form of underwater submarine bursting through the surface, bursting through the ice. With the Two of Moons, Two of Cups, so there's that beautiful sense of synthesis, but with it being moons as well, I'm feeling that sense of you're starting something that's going to grow. Then finally the Strength card, which indicates that your self-discovery mission, or your mission of how to express being you, is not something that's necessarily going to end. So there is, by that Strength card, there's the sense of you don't necessarily want to go, ta-da world, and then retreat back into your shell. You know, once you're out there, you're out there. Like I say, you're not getting off this train. And if I remember, that's what I'm going to call this reading. Let's have a look. 21 minutes, so I better hurry up. Right, so the potential futures. We have King of Swords, King of Pentacles, and the Cosmic Blueprint, the World. So if you keep doing that expressing, you're coming together with some other people. Definitely, you are coming together with some other people for a mutual dream. You have a lot to contribute to this dream. You do not have everything that to contribute to this dream, which indicates there is that teamwork element, because that's what I'm feeling with this Five of Staves. Now, you can be you and really excel. This Cosmic Blueprint, there's nothing more to say that you are choosing one of your destinies by going for that, using all this Seven of Cups energy. Where is it? There you go. Using all this Seven of Cups energy that has been available for you, or you can trap yourself. Right, or you can trap yourself through boredom, or you can actually reveal where the restrictions have been around you previously, so that you can move forward with this team that forms around you. Because I feel like you have got that sense of forward motion at the moment, but you're set by a whole number of rules, and you feel like you are quite burdened at the moment. But other people are recognizing the work that you're putting in, and there's someone around who is really hoping for your happiness and has the ability to contribute towards your happiness. Whether that's a love thing or not, I don't know. I doubt it. Doesn't feel like it, even though we did have the Two of Cups. What was it? Two of Moons, which is Two of Cups. Yeah. But the Two of Moons doesn't feel as soulmatey as the Two of Cups does, I'll tell you that. Hopes and fears. I can be chasing after this better place and be setting off in this mad direction and not actually get there, not actually achieve it, not actually arrive. But what this horologer here, so that represents the Hierophant with the Six of Globes, so Six of Pentacles. The path that you're on has value and is leading to a new beginning, Ace of Coins. That's really nice. So the message from this, Leo, is basically you go be you, because you ain't getting off this train. Okay, so go and watch your rising sign now, and the lunar eclipse things, and the lunar eclipse astrology show, and the collective reading. So hey, I bet you wish you'd never tuned in now. That's the rest of the evening gone. But yeah, if this means anything to you, like, share, subscribe, do comment down below, because it is really affirming when I find out that I'm not just sat talking to a camera, and that these readings actually have a reason. I'm quite confident that they do have a reason, but I'm only human, and so yeah, feed my ego. No, it's nice to know this is a really interesting and powerful journey, and it would be really nice to know that there is somebody actually on this journey, because this is great. This is actually great. And also, after all the poo readings I've given you, Leo, over the past few months, it's nice to know that some people are having it on the up. All right, cheers.